Worldwide. From the streets to the yard, to the boulevard, gangsta chronicle. But alright, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA. Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
You gotta stay focused on what you want and don't even worry about what else is going on in the world. I don't worry about nobody but Miss Motherfucking Pat. I don't have time to see who's showing their ass on Instagram. I don't know who done got killed. I don't know what the fuck is going on because I'm focused on what I'm focused on.
It's real.
You know, I work for V103, and that's the most I've ever heard about pop culture in my life. I didn't even know half the music. I didn't know half the music was out because I stay focused on me.
Well, that's why you're successful, and that's what I tell people. I don't have time to know who's talking about me or who talking about James or who talking about this and that because I'm so busy doing what I have to do to stay on top of my game. I don't have no time to worry about nobody else.
And I'm grown too, you know. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm 50 years old. I don't got time for that petty shit. I don't got time to be looking. I just don't. I don't have time for it. I don't give a how much Kanye want Kim back. I'm worried about my own relationship. I've been married 30-some years. This motherfucker snore every night. I'm trying to figure out how can I turn this nigga on the right side so he can stop looking at my eardrum.
Let me ask you this, Miss Pat. What is it about y'all women that want to turn a motherfucker over all the time when he's snoring? I wake up sometimes and my wife be pushing me out like, because when you snoring, you don't know you snoring, and she'd be pushing me like this. What's up with that?
Nobody want to hear that. I can't sleep. I can only watch so many TikTok videos. Shut the fuck up. And you know, you must be snoring and air coming out of other ends too, and you don't know what you over there doing. I want that.
That's real. Now let me ask you this question, because I think everybody on this call has went through this. This is what comes with success, and this is the hard part. You have some family members that may have supported you on your mission and your, acceleration as you accelerated towards your path, towards your goal. But you have other people that sat back and might have talked behind your back or whatever. And those are the first ones, as soon as you get some money, let me borrow.
Let you borrow. Bitch, I'm Bank of America. I'm not Chase. I don't do loans. I don't let you borrow my thing. If it don't come with your social security number, you're not qualified to get it. So I just tell my friend I don't have it. Because we're not gonna get into that. Let me borrow, then I gotta chase your mother ass down. If I give it from the kind of my heart. But the kindness of my heart. I'm not gonna be out here giving you my motherfucking money. Because in the end of the day, I'm hindering you. We all gotta go work for what we want. So I tell my friend, I'm not giving you shit. No. I don't do it. But I've never been the type of person that bite my tongue. I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. I don't give a fuck if it's to Barack Obama. If I don't want to do it, I'm gonna tell you I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna pussyfoot. So I tell them straight up, no, fuck you.
Yeah, because with family, and they're the worst. I got a son that's about to go into the NFL. And I'll tell him that all the time. I tell him, you don't owe me. I did what I was supposed to do as a daddy to get you in a position that you was in to help you out, but you wouldn't have did the work. You don't owe me nothing. And I think that's the hardest thing, especially with our people, because we love our families. We love our mama, our daddy, our uncles and everything. But those are the people, if you let them, they will have your ass broke.
Chair they have you broke. They'll come with every sob story. And they've tried. Like, I'll give you an example. My sister, right? My sister still have substance abuse problems. And people like, why don't you go over there and help your sister? I can't help no motherfucking crackhead. That bitch been smoking that since 88 in them biking short, looking like salt and pepper. I push it real good. What the fuck am I gonna do with her? The fuck are you talking about? I can't help a bitch who been doing this shit for over 35 years. That's what the fuck she wanna do. So let her do what she wanna do. And I tell people all the time, I say, one thing you can say about crack, it fucked up the black community, but it don't kill. It might make you suck a dick for $2, but I ain't never seen a nigga OD on crack. So she'll be all right.
That's
Right.
real.
And Norm, it's different for you because you his father, and to reap the rewards of your son's success, that's what it's supposed to be. And don't pass up your blessings because your son want to do for him, for his dad and his mom. So it's totally different than outside family. You raised your son, all your kids is good. So you did what you were supposed to do. So everything that he want to give and how he want to treat his mom and the things he want to see y'all with, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah,
that's a blessing.
And see, it is a blessing, James, but at the same time, now if Chris want to go buy me a truck after he got it straight, I ain't gonna turn it down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say thank you, Jesus. But at the same token, I just put in his head like, son, I'm not expecting nothing from you. All I want you to do is take care of business. That's all. I just don't want to see you because the NFL stands for not for long. You don't know how long you gonna be there.
Goddamn right.
You don't know how long you gonna be there. So I don't want to see him become one of those young men that when he's not playing no more, where he don't have. Because a lot of those guys don't have behind their families, behind buying mama that house. It's cool if you bought mom's the house, but then you buy your sister one. Now your auntie coming, now your cousin coming. Everybody got a problem. And what I had to learn to tell mother was this package. I was a kind-hearted mother until I looked up and realized I had about 75 bands out there in the street that wasn't ever coming back. And my money started running low. I realized right then, I started telling people, no. No is the most powerful motherfucking word in the dictionary.
Hey, and it ain't the K-N-O-W, it's the N-O.
N-O, no. No.
The K-N-O-W, that's for people with college degrees. I tell them no like a nigga. No, nigga, no. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Because you know what? You work hard, and you know, and I say this all the time. I said, people have a tendency of latching on to you. And black folks think when you go up, the whole family go up. It don't work like that. It don't work. I cannot help you. Because if I help you, I ain't gonna have. So what am I gonna have in the end? Well, bitch, you was living before I even got this. If you ain't fixed your shit and I fix my shit, we gonna have to meet up at barbecues and family reunions.
That's one thing I noticed, you know, in your act, that you relay a lot of your own personal experiences. In a way, it's kind of comedy, like your therapy.
Hold on for a second. Be quiet. I'm sorry. It is therapy for me. You know, I opened a lot of doors with comedy, and it was, you know how we are black folk. We don't want to counsel, and we think, you know, holding it in, the tougher we are. But the more I told these stories, the more I realized I'm not the only person out there that went through this stuff, from molestation to abuse to just growing up in poverty. You know, and the stories I tell is so relatable to not just black people, all races. Mm-hmm. And so it really helped me a lot standing on stage, telling these stories to people. And it also made people realize they don't have to be ashamed of what you've been through in life or where you come from in life. It's okay to laugh about it. It's okay to talk about it.
Yeah, and I think that's very important because, like you said, in the black community, if you hear about someone going to therapy, they usually get ridiculed. Usually talk shit. That motherfucker is crazy.
Dude, I ain't heard that word ridiculed in so motherfucking long.
Hell yeah. They gonna get ridiculed. They gonna get talked about. They gonna get clowned. That motherfucker is crazy.
That's an old ass word right there. Ridiculed.
Yeah. If you tell somebody you're going to therapy, I was talking to James about therapy one day, and he said, what the fuck do I need to go sit down and talk to some white person about my problems that don't know shit about what I'm going through? He said, last time I talked to one of them, they let my daddy whoop my ass some more. tell her that story real quick, James.
Well, going to therapy, you got these people that don't know you from Adam, and then they want to ask you questions. They want to tell you what you're going through. You're not going home with me. You're not listening to me. I'm telling you what my father is. I'm telling you how my mother is. I'm telling you what I wake up to. They don't give you a solution. They didn't give me that. So I'd never believed that anybody, not only white people, but the majority of them in that field are white. So you can't tell me nothing. So why listen to a therapist when they don't fix anything? So I don't believe that.
I can tell you this. Y'all be quiet. I can tell you this. That shit works. I used to say the same thing until I had to go there for my marriage. And that shit gave me a totally different outlook. Yeah, I'm telling you, I went to, he was black, and that motherfucker fixed my marriage. He was able to answer a lot of questions and get a lot out of my husband as a black man that you guys do y'all whole day. Like, I had no idea my husband was feeling the way he was feeling, you know, about my success and the thing that we, you know, how he felt about me leaving all the time, how he felt like he got to the point where the bigger my career got, the less he thought I needed him. And I'm like, nigga, I've been out here grinding on your credit cards for the last 20 years. What the fuck you mean? I don't need you no more. You gonna prepare a bed and then let another come in and get in it? Is you crazy? But it really helped to see my husband open up to this black man who was a counselor. And I learned a lot too, because you know, as black women, we ready to fight. What the fuck you talking about, mother? You can't talk to your black man like that, because the world is already beating them across the head. And then you come home and you got this loudmouth bitch like me want to yap off at the mouth and help beat you down. I learned not to talk to my husband like that by going to counseling.
That's a beautiful thing, because the thing is, I can see how a man, and it ain't a feeling of being threatened, but it's a feeling of thing to where he used to being that nigga for you. He used to being like, I'm gonna give you my credit card to go do this and do that. Now that's not there no more. So he probably was feeling some kind of way.
Yeah, he was definitely feeling that kind of way, but I didn't know that. To the point where he's like, I'm just waiting on you to leave me. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I didn't know we were breaking up. I'm out here trying to get it, nigga, so you can retire. You got it playing, and we leave. And I'm like, I didn't feel that away. But it was that counselor was able to open doors that I couldn't open in my husband's life.
That's dope. See, James, I told you, man, go get your ass some therapy, man.
No. I truly believe if you're not strong enough to like fix your situation, then I don't see myself going to somebody else, a counselor. I don't see that. I just can't do that.
Have you watched my show, James? Have you watched my show?
No, not yet. What Norm sent me, I watched that.
You should watch the Miss Pat show. It's on Paramount.
Say hi, Miss Pat.
Hey, sweet. Oh my God, he's so cute.
Okay, bye.
But you
don't
should
tell him a bad nigga that, Pat.
you should really, you know, I think it was a counseling episode for my husband on the show. And it was everything we do on the show is like really touches home with it. We don't write an episode without it touching people, or it's about a real situation to open your mind. Like, I have a gay daughter. My other daughter brought home a kid that called what do they call? What do they call? Non-binary. I had no idea what non-binary was, so I did a whole episode on it and was able to educate the people who watch the show about people when they're different in our lives. So we did an episode on counseling because I really went to counseling with my husband. And you talking about a tough bitch being shot for his checks from the street. I never thought sitting down telling another motherfucker other than my girlfriend on the phone would help. But it really fucking helped. And I'm a hard bitch. It take a lot to make me cry. If I cry, I'm probably gonna slap at you, because that means you dug a hole somewhere that you weren't supposed to be digging.
Right.
It will free you. It really will.
Yeah. I went through therapy when I was 16, and it did a lot for my life. It did a lot for my life. It was some good shit. And you got a podcast yourself.
Yeah, my podcast is called The Pat Down.
The Pat Down. And it's some good shit, James. You got to go check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
You got to go check it out. Yeah. What made you decide to get into the podcast game?
Podcast launched my career along with Joe Rogan and Mark Maron and all those other Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, all of those guys. So it really boosted my career. And you know, one thing about Joe, he's always tried to push the next set of comedian. And he just kept telling me, "You need a podcast. You need a podcast." Oh, I'm going to time for that shit. You know, I don't want. What am I talk about? And so he just said, Pat, you need to launch a podcast. And then you need to come back here and I launch it on my platform. And so I just decided to give it a try. And I ended up falling in love with it. And and we talk, I have three co-hosts with Dion and Chris, and we talk about everything. And the fan base is very mixed. So, it's 3 different points of view on this podcast that's, people really appreciate, and nothing is off limit. Nothing.
Yeah, and you're doing that independence yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? I need to talk to Dolly over here at Black Effect. You need to be over here with us because you're funny as hell. That's what I like about this. It's real. You know what I mean? It's real, and y'all talking about everything. Like I really like your breakdown, your answer to Joe Rogan. You know how they came out with 20 years ago or some shit where they cut it up and made it like he was prejudiced. And I said, now this man don't have too many niggas on this show. He ain't prejudiced. This nigga had Willie D and Miss Pat in this show. He ain't prejudiced at all.
Well, Joe Rogan also has when all of that came out, everybody pulled up his stepdaughter, which she's biracial by his current wife. And I'm like, yeah, Joe Rogan is not. When you have to be careful because it's so easy. And I learned this from shooting TV. It's called where they take words and they drop them in your mouth. Mm-hmm. I can't think of what it's called, but I had never seen this until I started taping my TV show, and they was like, I just need you to do a voice, so we're gonna drop it in your mouth. I'm like, what the? So when all of that came out with Joe Rogan, and people were like, what do you think, Miss Pat? I said, I think he's a nice guy, and I think y'all put together a bunch of bullshit. And he apologized. He didn't call to me. He wasn't calling no black person a nigga. They was having a conversation about the word. Mm-hmm. So it's totally different than a motherfucker calling you a nigga in your face at Walmart. That's something I don't think Joe Rogan will ever do.
Yeah, they took that all out of context. They took that way out of context.
He's a good guy. Ain't never been nothing but a good guy. And I just stayed out of it. I said, people, y'all gonna take whatever y'all gonna do and run with it. So do you. I support Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is my friend. It will continue to be my friend. And I don't give a what nobody say. There was a conversation about the word. He didn't call nobody in their face no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how he felt. And that's not, I know the man character. And I just left it alone. I don't get in that bullshit. Y'all gonna do what y'all do anyway to get clicks. So do you and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, and we really in that era. Now, I know you notice it with podcasting. I tell James all the time, I say, man, why is it when we giving people them real jewels, some real it do cool, it does cool, but if it's some nigga we on, some bull, it's through the roof right now. So we need more people out there telling real stories and doing real shit.